You are part of God's plan. You are part of God's strategy to conquer cosmos. Every time the church is gathered together in a place, take note of what I just told you. I'll explain on that later on. Because people have grown to think among themselves that I am the church. Can I tell you the truth? Can I bust your bubble today again? You are not the church. You are part of the church, but you are not the church. He says in the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 14 verse 40 that everything should be done in order. You are not the church. And there is no part of us, listen to me carefully, that can acclaim or assume to be the entirety of the church. No, sir. When the Bible says that the bread was broken, when the principle of interpretation was being practiced, the bread was broken. Jesus said, this is my body. Can I tell you how he broke that body? He broke and gave one piece to Peter, one piece to John, one piece to Andrew, one piece to Nathaniel, one piece to Philip. Listen to me carefully. The best of any of them is not the whole body, it's a member of the body. Nobody is the whole body. No, sir. You are just a part of the body. Just the same way your hand cannot come out and claim that your hand is your entire body. No, sir. Your hand has a role to play, yes or yes, but your hand is not the entire body. And can I tell you the truth? For very many people in the body, in the church, understand this also. I'm going ahead of myself. That not every part of the church, not every part of the church will be visible. Some parts will be invisible. Am I making some sense? Now, if there are parts that are invisible, it does not in any way deride the fact that those parts are also important. Just like you look at yourself. I want to ask you a simple question. I need some answer here. Can you do without your hand? Oh, yes, you can do without your hand. Is it visible? Yes, it's visible. Can you do without your leg? Oh, yes, you can do without your leg. There are people that have lost their both legs and they are still surviving. Yes or no? Can you do without your eyes? Your eyes here. Can you do without your eyes? Oh, yes, you can do without your eyes. But can you do without your heart? So if God makes you a part of his body and hides you, it's strategic, sir. You are playing an integral part in the body. Does it make some sense here? You don't have to be the one that is on the altar preaching. No, sir. You're a part of God's building system. You're a part of God's body. Do you understand what I'm saying here? Those that clean this place, those that mop the chairs, mop the floor and all of these things, we don't know who did those things. Am I making some sense here? But listen to me carefully. In God's organogram, the person that is working on this sound is not here. Yes or yes? But in God's organogram, these are the guys that are most important. If there's no one on that sound, will you hear me? No, you will not hear me, sir. Everybody has an integral role to play as part of God's building system. It's carnality to think that the reason why you get married is because you join the choir. People can be in the choir and not be married. And God can find someone that is in the intercessory team that is not seen. Are you following what I'm saying here? Oh yes, absolutely, sir. You are useful and relevant. You don't need the rewards of men. Men cannot reward you. The best of man is to award you. It's God that rewards. You know how God rewards? He said the God that sees in the secret, he rewards in the open. You're not just coming to a building. You're coming to God's strategy to conquer cosmos. Every time you come here, what are we coming to receive? It's called the manifold wisdom of God. Listen to me carefully. There are two things that make for the ways of God in a generation. Two things actually. In fact, in my honest opinion, it's not the ways of God, it's the way of God. It is the will of God and the wisdom of God. When it comes to the will of God, God has said you're going to be great. God has said you're going to be mighty in the air. That's no doubt. But away from what God has said his will is for your life, there is something called the wisdom of God that is required to bring you into perfection, into a furnishing. You understand what I'm saying here? As to how this is to happen. He said by wisdom a house is built. By understanding it is furnished with all precious things. By wisdom. You don't build a house by power. No, sir. Jesus never started with power. He started with wisdom. He said, and the child grew in wisdom and stature and found favor in the sight of God and man. The end result is chapter 4. The Bible now tells us that power came. Power was not what he started with. He didn't pray for power. He pushed for wisdom, sir. And when we come to church, we come to learn the strategy. We come to enforce strategy to conquer cosmos.